What's up guys, Tony here with HighTechCheck, and today we're going to be taking a look at a mini Bluetooth keyboard with universal remote control learning, a mini Bluetooth keyboard with backlight, and a universal learning remote control all built in, and this is made by iPazzPort. Now this particular model is specifically molded for the Amazon Firestick remote and the Amazon TV remote. Now I'm sure any of you with one of these devices knows how annoying it is to maybe go to YouTube or some other app where you cannot use the Firestick's voice input to work. It pretty much only works with the built-in search for the Amazon ecosystem. And that's where this comes in. It makes everything so much easier. Now, I've been using this as of lately, and I made a review on this. I'll put a link above in case you guys want to check it out. Now this did the job for the most part. It still didn't solve the problem of the input when you went to any other apps because you can't use the voice control, but this did eliminate the need for another remote because I had to use this and my TV remote to constantly turn the TV on and off and, you know, adjust the volume control, change the source, whatever have you. And it was okay for the time being. It wasn't very ergonomic. It was kind of big, and for people who don't have big hands like me, it's kind of hard to wrap your hands around it. And I had to kind of put my pinky under here to kind of keep it from sliding around while you're using the buttons. So I was kind of wanting something else to replace this that kind of solved all of my problems, and that's where this little Bluetooth keyboard comes in. So inside this box, you get your mini Bluetooth keyboard. It's got a little silicone condom on it to hold the Amazon Fire Stick remote. You got your mini USB cable to charge up the remote. And you've got your manual. So now, as I said before, I was looking for a solution to fix pretty much all the problems that I was having as far as input, having to condense, all the remotes into just one remote. And this seems to be the solution. It's very small and compact. It feels really good in your hand. And it's got backlighting. So now there's no more fumbling in the dark because, I mean, who watches TV with all the lights on at night? Now this does have a built-in rechargeable battery, but you can open up the back here and take it out if you really needed to. Just pull off the back, and underneath here is the battery. So if you ever had to replace that, you could. So that's nice. You don't have to throw this away when it doesn't work anymore or charge. So here it is all set up in its holder. Holds it in there quite nicely. It's got that nice rubber grip to it. What I recommend doing is taking out the keyboard first out of the little holder and then putting in the remote, because it's quite hard to put it in if you don't. But once it's in there nice and snug. As you can see, it's very easy to hold. It's kind of like holding a regular remote control, and it doesn't slip and slide anywhere because you have that rubber grip. And then when you're not using the keyboard, you just flip it over and use the remote, just as you would if there was no keyboard on the bottom of it. Now, this is a Bluetooth keyboard, like I said before, and it will work with your Android, iOS, and Windows systems. Okay, so here I'm just going to demonstrate how you can use the Bluetooth keyboard with your Windows laptop or desktop device. So first you have to make sure you have Bluetooth built into either your desktop or your laptop, and then you go into the Bluetooth settings and then just add a Bluetooth device. As you can see, it's searching. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on our Bluetooth keyboard here. Then we're going to hold in the FN and the shift until the little blue light starts blinking. As you can see, it says the iPazzPort Bluetooth keyboard. So we're going to go ahead and pair that up. You're going to hold in the little FN button and type this in: 277 46 565. Enter. Alright, so now it's paired up. Okay, so here we have Internet Explorer. I'm going to go ahead and show you how this is connected, and we can type this all in. So this works pretty well if you want to sit back and sit on your couch and maybe have like a little portable keyboard to use along with your mouse, or if you have like a little connected device on your TV like a Chromebox or something. This works really well. So basically this will pair up with pretty much anything that has a Bluetooth connection to it. Okay guys, so here we are on my iMac. You can go open Bluetooth preferences. Alright, so now that we have the Bluetooth preferences open, we're going to go ahead. As you can see, it's searching, so we're going to go ahead and go on our little Bluetooth keyboard here. We're going to go ahead and hit that FN and the shift button again. Hold it in until the blue light starts blinking. As you can see on the iMac, you can see it's trying to pair up with the iPazzPort Bluetooth keyboard. Say pair. All right, we're connected. Let's go ahead and open up a browser and show you that this is working. Open Google. All right, there's Google. Here's our keyboard. There you go. As you can see, it's working with Apple products too. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to pair it up to your Android device. It's very simple, just like all the other ones. Go to your phone and turn on your Bluetooth. All right, it's on. Then go back to your controller and hit the FN and the Bluetooth button again until that little blue light flashes. Let go. As you can see, it's pulled up the iPazzPort Bluetooth keyboard. Just gonna click on that. Connecting. All right, it's all connected. If it asks you for a pairing code, it's 1234. You just type that in on your phone. All right, here's Google. So you can use this even on the go, on your Android tablet or phone. Okay, so to set this up with your Amazon Fire Stick or Amazon TV, you're going to want to go to your settings, controllers and Bluetooth devices, other Bluetooth devices. You're going to go to add Bluetooth devices. Now you're going to want to hold in that FN and shift button on the remote control until the little blue light blinks on the remote. The iPazzPort Bluetooth controller will show up. You select that. It will pair. And now you're all set up. Now to start programming those 8 buttons, what you're going to want to do is hold in the power button until the red light stops blinking. Then press and release the button that you want to program. Now go to your remote, press the button that you want to program. Make sure you hold it really close to that little infrared sensor on the front. The light will blink on the mini keyboard, and that will let you know it has received the input from that key. Now just continue the process for the rest of the other keys. Just make sure you complete all the other buttons while the little red light is solid, because if it goes out, you will just have to reinitiate it by holding down the power button until it turns solid again. And then when you're all said and done, you just wait for the light to go off and everything is saved. It has 8 extra programmable keys on here. And the way that I had mine set up is the power button is the power button. That's your source. Volume up and down. I have select, mute, and the select up and down. But you can program these to anything you want. It doesn't have to be set up to, whatever it says on the buttons. You just got to remember what you set those up for. Now, one little tip that I did want to share with you from what it does on my TV, when I'm setting these buttons up, say I'm setting this button up here as the volume up. When you're pairing these or learning that button for the volume up, press and hold the volume up. Don't just press and release it, because if you press and release it, this button will only increase your volume every time you hit the button instead of just pressing it down and having your volume go up. That's what it's been on my experience, and it's not just on this. it was on the other Bluetooth controller that I had too, so that's just something to keep in mind. Now I've been using this remote for about 4 days now, and it's worked beautifully. I have not had any connectivity issues, and the range is about 30 to 35 feet. I really don't have any complaints about it. I haven't had any problems, and that backlighting has been such a lifesaver, because on any of the other keyboards I have never had the backlighting, and you never know until you have it what you've been missing out on. And another thing about the backlighting is the backlighting will go on when you turn it on, and after so many seconds it will turn off. It won't stay on, and then once you pick up the remote again and hit a button, the backlight will automatically come on again. Now once you turn it off, it's gonna remain off, but that is a nice feature that it turns temporarily off just to save battery. Another thing that this does is it goes idle, so if you don't use it for so many minutes, it will have to reconnect to the Bluetooth of your device, but it only takes seconds for it to reconnect. So say it's been sitting on the bed or your couch or whatever, and you haven't been using it. When you pick it up, just hit one of these buttons, and that will initiate the reconnect. And then, as I said, after like 3 or 4 seconds, you can use it as normal again. Now on my Firestick, as of right now, you can't use the YouTube app. You have to go through like Firefox browser, and this works great for inputting anything you're going to want to look for. And then once you do that, you can actually use these little navigation buttons here. It's kind of like your arrows on your keyboard. The enter works, and backspace works too while you're searching that, so you don't necessarily need to flip this over to use it. You can use the little arrows too. Now when you're not using the remote controller or you're not using your Firestick TV, I would definitely recommend turning off the remote just to conserve battery. You can leave this on if you want, but just keep in mind it will be using just a little bit of the battery. It also would have been nice if there was a battery level indicator on there too. One thing that I kind of wish was a little different, it's not a huge thing, it's definitely not a deal breaker, but it's something that I'd like to see maybe implemented in future releases, is maybe instead of silicone, make it a plastic case with a rubberized coating on it, because that would give it rigidity and you wouldn't have to worry about this wearing out from taking out the Firestick over time. I'd kind of like to see something like this little clip implemented on here, maybe make it the whole thing, and then the remote kind of just clip in, kind of like this, where you push this in here and then it just kind of clips down, and then to take it out you just kind of lift it up. But instead of just this one little clip, maybe make it the whole thing and just a little cutout for you to lift up your remote. But it just clips in so easy. I just kind of wish that was implemented on here, but like I said, it's not such a huge thing. It's definitely not a deal breaker. I would have bought this again anyway, but maybe in future releases. So that's pretty much it for the iPazzPort mini Bluetooth keyboard. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions I can for you. I will also put a link in the description below in case you guys want to pick up one of these for yourself. And there's also a 10% off coupon code that you can use for being a viewer. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell to let you know when I put out new videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.